I think it is all a part of your learning journey in life to do things even when you don't have the answer. You know, we were kind of tricked in school, in industrial revolution based schooling. So, middle school, high school, elementary school, I guess, and to some degree. Because every single action that we take every single action that we take in school requires an answer. It requires you to be right about something. And that is interesting to me because there is no right answer in life for what happens to you, right? Like, and for what you do. Who said you can't use gaming to encourage people? Who said you can't use gaming to teach people the ways? Not me. Welcome to the new episode of Gems and Gaming. Get ready as we log in to share some life wisdom and put you on game. Let's get it. Yo, what's going on, y'all? So I have no idea what the last thing I did was. Apparently I'm carrying too much to run. I have no idea what happened. Hey, he got a lot of stuff on him too, and I hear something in the background. Carry weight 41 out of... Oh, I'm good, right? Yeah, I'm not sure what that was about. Alright, but yo, what's going on, y'all? So I've had a pretty productive conversation today with my coaching team and for my company, Pitch Play. And you're gonna hear me say that pretty much every time I log on. For as long as I am owner of Pitch Play Co., the company I started, then I'm gonna talk about it. It's always good promotion. Shout out to the people that have been tuning into the channel and subscribing, man. It means a lot to know that the words that I'm speaking mean something enough to subscribe to what I have to say. So that's pretty lit. Today's lesson is going to be fairly quick and pretty simple, at least. I say that all the time, but I feel like I don't have to make this message too long. And I thought about what I was thinking about a title. I was thinking, I don't really know what I want to talk about. And I think that should be the topic, right? Sometimes we know that we need to act, like we need to do something of importance, of relevance. But we don't do it because we don't know what it is that we need to do. Right? And that's perfectly okay. I think it is all a part of your learning journey in life to do things even when you don't have the answer. We were kind of tricked in school, in industrial revolution based schooling. So, middle school, high school, elementary school, I guess, and to some degree. Because every single action that we take in school requires an answer. It requires you to be right about something. And that is interesting to me because there is no right answer in life for what happens to you, right? Like, and for what you do. Sometimes problems happen. I lost my mother-in-law this year. So, my wife lost her mother this year. What is the correct way of handling something like that? Like, what is the proper way? What grade would I get based off of how I handle that scenario, how my wife handles that scenario? There is no right or wrong answer For I think in life, the only thing that has right and wrong answers are the quizzes and tests that we create ourselves. But life, man, life is not going to give you a grade. You're just going to be strong enough to survive for that day until your final day. So you pass every single day. You get a W every single day. You get a passing grade just for surviving through the day. But get ready, another test tomorrow. And I'm not going to tell you if you're right or wrong. You're just going to have to continue to take these tests over and over and over again. And a lot of us get exhausted just by the thought of the fact that there's always going to be a new challenge, which I understand. But when you don't know what to do, but you know that you have to do something, it's always good to start looking for your solution by just being active and doing something towards your development or towards the development of your family or, your whatever, right? Like whatever is close to you, whatever is important for you. It's always good to start doing something that's going to help you find a solution. Being productive is always a good thing to do. Exercising is always a good thing to do. Taking a long walk, writing, it's a lot of great things for you to do to start to look for a solution, but you just have to start doing something. You can scroll on IG, you can, do whatever, as the kids would say, brain rot. I was about to say mind rot. Brain rot. You can do whatever brain rot activity to make you, fill up the time. You 100% can do that. But while you do that, or when you do that, you're taking away precious time from your own development. And time is one of the few things in this world that you want to waste. One of the few things that you want to waste. Time was given to us to let us know that there is an end. There is an end. And you know what? I was wondering why they kept saying that. I guess he's talking about my mans. Yeah, I guess he does look kind of. Yeah, my fault, bro. I get your point. You actually bring up a good point. My bad. I'm gonna leave. When I started my business, I had no idea how it was going to turn out, what I was going to do to make it grow, what I was going to sell, or how I was going to sell it. I just knew I wanted to career coach. I didn't have any idea for pricing and packaging. I just knew, all right, I want to coach people in their careers. I want to help them where they're currently at, or help them build a business that they've been dreaming about building, and give them the keys, to help them get there. That was my thought process when I started my business. And I just started coaching. Just made a post on LinkedIn, if anybody needs coaching, I'm into coaching now, just hit me up. I had, I think, 7 calls total after that post, but I remember the first person that messaged me based off a LinkedIn post. She asked for coaching. She said, I didn't know what was going to come of this, but I just saw your post and I was like, sure, why not? I'll try it. So she gave me the opportunity to help her get better in her career. She ended up getting a role. This was years ago, so now I can't remember where, but it'll come back to me. And I had no idea, that was even an outcome. I didn't expect to meet her. I didn't expect to, help her find a role in a new place. I didn't know what to expect. I just knew that I wanted to start career coaching, and she gave me an opportunity to coach her. You know, that's most of life, y'all. I'm just being honest. Some people think that they can just have everything figured out before they try to do anything. For real, like when I started playing basketball for the first time, when I mean garbage, no execution, just pure trash. Pure trash. I was in basketball. I had no real plan. You know, I just knew, oh, I wanna play ball. I see Allen Iverson. He's playing basketball, so I want to play basketball and I want to play just like him. I didn't have the concept of practice or anything like that. I just went out there and just started trying something. Okay, you can already imagine how that turned out. I was not great. I never had I never made a team during my schooling years, my high school years. I started playing like organized ball, I would say, for the first time in college. All right, so let me back up. Oh, am I selling stuff? No, I'm not paying. See, I can't really see everything. Oh, that's so aggravating. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh my gosh. I have to buy all this stuff back. I don't know what else I sold. Ugh, that's so aggravating. But anyway, like, I started playing ball and I was 14 or 15. I got really into it. I had a basketball goal in my backyard. I started to, I started to shoot in my backyard a lot. I didn't really practice. I went to tryouts not knowing, that these people have been playing pretty much their whole lives. I just thought, oh, I'll make the team because everyone's going to be terrible at basketball, right? They're new. No, I went to the wrong school for that. These dudes were nice. A lot of them I'm still friends with. But I was around them and I practiced a lot, but I never really was good enough during my high school years to play for an organized team. And then I went to college and they have the intramural league, and that's when I really got my real taste of like playing ball for real, like organized ball. I shouldn't say professional. Organized ball. So I got my first taste of playing organized ball, and my God, I talk about the lights were too bright. Like, man, I had a teammate, he looked me dead in my eyes on an inbound pass, and he looked right away to find someone else to pass the ball to. That's how bad it was. He didn't even want to pass me the ball on an inbound play. He said, you know what? I'm trying to win. Let's not pass this dude the ball. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Can't really see. I got my camera kind of in front of the... At least I have two monitors. I might end up putting it back. I'm not even gonna lie. And it's so funny because I said this was gonna be quick. It's probably super long. But, long story short, I did eventually get better at playing basketball. And how I got better was I just continued to play. Throughout the years, and when I'm in my later 20s, then I could play organized basketball easily. I wasn't nervous anymore. I knew the mechanics. I knew how to get to my spots. I knew how to play, and it took me so long to do it. But when I was 15, I told myself I want to play ball. So I just did it. Now looking back on it, I know, I screwed it up. Now looking back on it, I know a much more structured and easier way to become better at basketball. Obviously, I know how to work out more strategically. I know how to honestly build a relationship with the coaches that are coaching the team that I want to make. I didn't do much relationship building. I wasn't intelligent when it came to making the basketball team, or I wasn't intelligent in my approach, but eventually I did become very intelligent. Now, most people in America have the mentality of, well, it's too late. You didn't make it, therefore you are a failure. you tried too late for no reason, blah blah blah. I have the completely different mindset. I feel like you're a failure if you don't try. If I'm being honest with you, like, quitting too early might really be the thing that holds you back from reaching the dreams that you're hoping to achieve. And quitting too early can look like trying something, being bad at it, and then you're just like, nope, this isn't, I'm never going to get good, therefore I'm not going to try anymore. Or it could look like, I got some free time, I'm going to just scroll today and I'm going to get started tomorrow. Who told you you had tomorrow? Who promised that to you? Who promised that to you? Remember what I said? You survived every day until your final one. Today could be that day. It could be that final one. Will you have regrets if today was your final day? Like, do you feel like you did everything that you needed to do? If the answer is no, then all I'm saying is just do something. Just do something. Like, a win is a win. We'll take it. If you are normally not productive and today you decided that you are going to be, and you're going to play that piano that you have, and it's funny because I got one that I don't play. Are you going to play that piano finally? Are you going to draw that picture? Are you going to make that call? Are you going to send that email? Just start. If you're sending an email, just pull it up. Just create a new draft. Like, just start. I mean, why not? I know I said this was going to be short, and I feel like it's not. Let me see. 15 minutes actually is not bad, and I feel like I've made the point. Honestly, there's so much for you to do and accomplish. So much, but you will never accomplish if you don't start. Okay, I played games for so long, and I didn't make a YouTube channel until I was 30, like 28. 28. That was 5 years ago, I guess. 6 years ago. I can't remember when I made this. 2020, I think, is when I made a YouTube channel. It's about to be 2026. So 6 years. Let's just round up. For 6 years, I started, stopped, started, stopped, started, stopped. I never was really that consistent with it. And now I feel so much more confident continuing on just because I started over and over and over and over again, but I started. I just did something. And that's all I'm telling you. That's all I'm telling you. The best way to get what you want is to go for it. The best way to make progress is to take baby steps. Like, I don't know any other simpler way to put that. Just start. And I guarantee you, even if you're going slow like this, when you reach your destination, you'll just be happy that you started walking, you started going, you started doing. That's all. But look, since this is short and under 20 minutes, we're going to keep it that way. If you don't know what to do, start looking for a solution. Start looking for an answer. Just start. Y'all take it easy and God bless.